right, hello everybody. Welcome to this episode of One on One with Randy. We're here in the WNCI studios with Kelsey and Gandhi from the WNCI Morning Zoo. So first question for both of you is, if you could tell us a little bit about WNCI.
You take that. You know all about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, WNCI is a top 40 station. It's a heritage station here in Columbus. So that means people, unlike a lot of other stations that are newer, that have maybe an only 18 to 34 vibe, we have moms in minivans that have been listening to Jimmy since he was little, unfortunately. Jimmy's kind of like 8 years old now, I think. I don't know.
90.
90. So basically, we just play the hits. But in the morning, we do get to talk a lot, which is not very common for a lot of morning shows. So, we play like the same song every 15 minutes. Yay!
Right, so the question that our students are always most interested in is how WNCI goes about recruiting interns for the positions you have with the Morning Zoo.
That is a good question, Randy. I'm glad you asked. So our biggest thing right now that we use, and by we I mean me, I use to find people, is FutureLink. So obviously we post these resumes, and you guys post the resumes to FutureLink. They come directly to me, and I get to cruise through them and kind of check out different things about different people. I'm not going to lie, we also will Facebook stalk somebody. So it ends up working out really well because you can kind of tell if someone's interesting, if they're a little crazy based on what they're posting, and if they're just going to be a good fit and a good vibe based on what they've posted already. So we use both of those things. Then obviously they come in for an interview. We kind of vet them that way a little bit. And we've had really good luck and some really good interns coming from you guys. So that's awesome.
Outside of FutureLink, do you use any other sort of posting systems like a monster.com or anything like that?
We don't use a monster.com. We will actually announce on the air sometimes, hey, we need interns, and then you can send me your emails that way, your resumes that way. Some people have come to us through Facebook. Some people come through us or to us through all kinds of different things. We actually have a community outreach director. His name's Mike Island. He gets a lot of people coming to him, asking him if they can intern for us. I mean, there are plenty of different ways. We've had relatives of family member or of coworkers here, all kinds of stuff. So it's just kind of, if you're thinking it's going to work, come on in and we'll give it a shot.
So for students that are interested in breaking into the radio industry, what would you say are some of the misunderstood notions that they have about what you do, about the industry in general?
I think there's a lot of misunderstanding as far as how much work goes into it. So it might sound like we show up and we have fun with each other and we just kind of kick around a couple topics, but we're actually preparing for that for hours before we even go on the air and hours after we get off the air. We have commercials that we have to cut, and just because the show's over, let's say we put in an 8-hour day from 4:30 to 12:30, which is about what a lot of people do. After that, sometimes we have appearances. So what's most precious to us in the world is a nap. Our naps are like gold. I mean, if one of us doesn't get a nap, we get really cranky. But I think that a misconception is that we're not really doing work, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. And I think that it's really tough to get a job in the industry. It's very possible, but it's pretty hard. It's difficult. It's shrinking. And I think if I could tell you guys one thing that's more important than anything else, it is networking, networking, networking. No matter what internship you have, make sure that you're rubbing elbows with the right people and you're getting to know everything you possibly can. And you're learning not just how to talk into a microphone, but maybe a little bit about the board or how to edit videos, audio, anything. All that stuff really comes in handy.
Gandhi, is there a particular time of the year that you look to recruit new interns to WNCI?
Well, we're always looking, so if you have a resume, post it to FutureLink. I want to know. However, at the beginning of the semester, maybe a couple weeks out from the beginning of the semester, is when I really go through and start taking a look at them to try and get people in for the upcoming semester, or even a few semesters out. We do plan ahead if we can. So right around then, it's a good time.
And so the last question we have, and this could be for either of you, one of the things that students are always interested in is how they can go about breaking into the industry. Is there something that they can do to get their resume in front of you, get their foot in the door?
I think that's the entire point of this session, but interning is huge. I did an intern in college, and I found it very difficult to get even small jobs in media around here, just like, entry-level jobs. They said, well, you didn't have any experience, no internship. So, and then we've seen so many of our own interns, including Gandhi, go on to have jobs here at WNCI in different departments, promotion, sales, etc. So interning is so important, and planning that internship way out, because if you're trying your senior year right before school starts to get something for the year, it's just not going to happen. There are people thinking way ahead of you. So
I completely agree with what she said. I think interning is the biggest thing that you can do to get your foot in the door at any company. They want the free help, obviously, and it's your chance to really kind of spread your wings and show people what you can do and what you can learn, how fast you can learn, and like we said, most importantly, networking. I mean, if I hadn't met these guys and Kelsey when I started, when that job opened up, it probably wouldn't have been me that they picked. You know, I wouldn't have been some schmuck off the street. They looked internally, and I was lucky to be in the right place at the right time. So I think interning is the number one way for you to do that.
Well, we would like to thank you guys once again for sitting in on this interview on this episode of 1-on-1 with Randy. And
1-on-2.
1-on-2. This
Yeah.
is 1-on-2 with Randy today. That is correct. We hope to see you on another episode. So we want to thank Gandhi and Kelsey again for being on this episode of 1-on-1 with Randy, 2-on-1 with Randy, as Gandhi said this time. Be sure to check out bonus material on our YouTube channel, Arts and Sciences Career Services, and also follow us on Twitter at ASC Career. See you next time.
Goodbye, guys! Woo!